Hey Leah, welcome to your October reading. I apologize for the lighting in here. I am recording at night time. So yeah, we're working with what we got. So Mercury retrograde is finishing in a couple of days, so the energy should be getting lighter, hopefully. Mercury retrograde has definitely been very annoying for me. Um, how's it been for you? Comment below. For October, I am doing 4 columns. I'm using the Hidden Realm, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms for the keyword cards at the top. And then I'm doing the same layout that I did for September. And the same, yeah, so I'm doing it where it's keywords, then we have the energy that we're in, and then the energy that we're moving towards. Hopefully it makes sense as I do the reading. There's a card the wrong way there. Okay, Leah, let's see what's in store for you. So the first card we have is reversed, so pay attention. Let me try and move that mic a little closer. I feel like I'm really far away from here. I've just eaten my dinner before I'm recording. So I just feel like my setup's moved or something, but oh well. Anyway, so your first card, pay attention. This is reversed. It's important. The Ringmaster of Scrutiny. Discernment, clear vision, and details. Okay. So I feel like pay attention is a key word that I need to say to you. Yeah. I want to say is it's kind of like looking through a magnifying glass. I feel like there's details of your situation that you're currently going through that you need to make sure you're seeing, you're paying attention to. I feel like there may be like a rat in your circle, somebody who's just trying to cause trouble, who might be like somebody who might cause, stir up the pot is what I want to say, like cause trouble just for the sake of causing trouble. Be aware of that and listen to the details and pay attention. I feel like you may have like a little bit of niggling intuition around something in this situation, and perhaps it's your duty to shine light upon that person or that situation. So be aware of that. And I feel like, again, this is the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. This is you. And I feel like protecting your tribe as well. So your tribe could be your family. Your first card is the High Priestess. I actually haven't had the High Priestess come out in this deck when I've been doing readings for a long time. So I'm loving seeing that. And really this is you being in your high power, you being in control, and kind of shaping the way. And I do feel like you are perhaps this kind of counselor to your friends. So again, somebody who can shine a light on something in order to protect everyone in this. And I feel like actually this is you finding your place and your power and your balance in your kind of social circles and in your life. I do feel like this is all rounder adding up of making you just feel like you have found your place. And you need to own that. You need to live up to that, rise to that, sit in that energy. I'm loving it. There is a lot of candlelight, a lot of fire in this, so I'm feeling a lot of power. I feel like you're in a very powerful position right now, and in a position to trust your intuition. That's come through for both of those first two top cards, trusting in your intuition. The next card of where you're going moving from this is the Nine of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this is you moving forward into an energy where you're no longer kind of sitting in negative thoughts, no longer in that doubt. And again, no longer needing to kind of contemplate things. I feel like you are coming into a place of knowing, and again, a place of power. I am feeling that you have learned a lot over this past year. And that's really applying to your life now. I'm loving that. Loving. I'm going through yours quite quickly, Leo. Others have taken a while to get to this column. The Spiral Dancer. I'm going to move it closer because the lighting is very poor. Okay, so I can't say this word. Circuitous, root, and perception. Again, I'm definitely feeling like you being very intuitive, just knowing things during this time and trusting yourself. I'm loving that. This is definitely a turn of events for you from what I was seeing at the beginning of this year to what we're seeing here right now. This is growth. I want you to pat yourself on the back and see that. Acknowledge that. Yeah, see your power and yield your power. I really do want you to see what you are manifesting and creating for yourself. I'm getting this kind of light. I feel like you are really building something very kind of abundant and like it feels positive. It feels like this is what you desired last year, the year before, and it's kind of like what you've been battling with over this time, and now you're creating it. Now you are making it. It's there on your fingertips. And yeah, I feel like you need to see that and feel your power. This is a very powerful time for you. Um, yeah, manifesting great things. I love it. The energy you're in with this is the Ten of Wands. So I feel like, again, what I was just saying about you carrying and taking on so many things. This is the energy you're in. And I feel like again, you've been through so much that you're bringing so much wisdom with you. Be careful not to take on too many things though, because if you are feeling yourself, like, oh, I'm feeling amazing, it can be a time where we might take on a little bit too much because you haven't been in a good place to be maybe attentive towards things, and now you're in that better space, Leo. So just be aware you don't need to take on everything just because you now feel ready. Be aware of kind of be more playful. Your next card of the energy you're moving towards, it's the Knight of Wands. And I do think being more playful is definitely more advantageous for you. Because with this Knight of Wands, like he's setting out on an adventure. But there is a dragon on top of a volcano. This is just sending me back to that rat. So I do feel like there is some people who might look at you now and be envious and try and kind of ruin little things for you. It doesn't feel like it will succeed, but it's there in the background, and it's definitely in the background, and it's you just being aware and seeing it. So no blind eyes, but also no letting them actually succeed. And I feel like you are prepared to kind of move away from that energy, but be aware that you could potentially if you choose, be traveling alongside it, which means that, those people, that energy is still sitting with us. This is Baby Oracle. And yeah, I feel like you should really be looking to put that behind you. Yeah, interesting. The next card is the Map Maker of Destiny. This is authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. Ooh, okay. Are you staying there or are you getting down? I have Oracle on my knee. Here's my little black kitty cat. Okay. So yeah, this is a great time for you to be manifesting and creating something. I feel like if you want to study something, if you want to kind of be a master in something, this is the great time to be picking up a new subject. And as I said that, I was drawn to this top card, which is the Hierophant in reverse. I feel like the energy you're in is that with this studying and learning, it feels as though you may stumble and fall, and I feel like this is the whole point, is for you to put yourself out there to fall if you're going to, but this time to come back on top and realize that those failures are actually things that are stepping stones towards success, because if we fail at something, we put more effort into it, we change our approach, and that's the point I feel like that you've been trying to learn through this time, is that just because something failed doesn't mean that all was end all, and there was something on the other side of that, and you learned so much, and you've grown into such a beautiful person. Like, I feel like this is the energy you're in currently, that it feels very much learning, that there may be a few stumbles. It doesn't feel like failure. It doesn't feel like you're going to fail at things. It actually feels very positive. It's more of a sense of you kind of going into something with this energy of, I might fail, but so be it. And I want you to take that approach. Don't let that failure, don't let a little fall bring you down. And again, this could very much relate to this person for some of you. If somebody's there in the background, saying you can't do that, and look what happened last time. If you allow those people in, then you'll allow the failure to succeed. And yes, you're back to square one, if you know what I mean. But there are people supportive around you. I feel like there is a lot of guidance which are more on the positive scale. You have a lot of divine guidance with you, which is why you can trust in yourself and your intuition during this time. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't the Hierophant in reverse, sorry. That was Temperance. That's why I'm seeing it differently as well. Yeah, and it's about you. This is what I feel with that kind of going into something. It is a balance. It's knowing that where there is something that might bring you down, there's something that will bring you up. And I feel like you get to be playful. Playful keeps coming to me, Leo. Next card is the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is the energy you're moving towards with this. Celebrations. I feel like you need to celebrate yourself and your growth. Again, it's expectations. If you're expecting everyone around you to be happy for you, I just feel as though there are just people that don't understand you, don't understand what you're going through. And I feel like these influences have been there as like things that have previously brought you back down. Like you rely on the influence of others to kind of build you up. You're in a place now where you don't need that, as long as you are aware that whatever they think means nothing. Everybody is different and we are all unique. And I think that we should be embracing that. And we should embrace that people need to do things differently. And those people out there who do not see love first, they see hate and they see greed and they see jealousy. Those are the people that are not living happy lives. They're not choosing to see the bright side. They're not trying to better themselves. They're just bringing other people down to their level so that they are one of the better ones at that level. They're better at it because they've been down there for so long that they've mastered that art of jealousy, of greed, of like misery and toxicity. They're the people that we don't want to be like. They're the people that will drop away from you once you are in a good place, because you'll start attracting people who are positive to be around, who are influential in a beneficial way to you. Because what you put out there in the world is what you bring back. So don't let them bring you down to their level, because I do feel like you need to realize that you are better than that. Which is quite an interesting way of reading for you, Leo. But I'm feeling that. I'm feeling this kind of, it's like, I feel like that you're proud of yourself, but you don't want to show that as well. I don't know why. The Hungry Ghosts. Obsession, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. Okay, that could be why. So, this would indicate as in, okay, so like the victim mindset. There's, if we think that we lack something, that is what we're sending out to the universe. Like, oh, I'm always getting the loose end of the stick. I always lose, never have any money. I'm not a lucky person. So the universe is going, okay, no, you're not. Because that's what you're telling the universe you are. If you are, it's about changing the way we think. And I feel like this is a process for you, Leo. I do feel like for those that have been following me, I've been getting repeatedly kind of this breaking down of a Leo, because it hasn't felt very a lion of you, in the sense that I feel like you've been very vulnerable this year. And I feel like you are trying your very best. You're doing your best to escape that mentality. And you're doing great at it. But this is a reminder of what you send out into the universe is what you will achieve. And I feel like this is what October is for you. Is putting things in place to set yourself up for greatness, actually. And yeah, I'm getting that attracting who you're attracting is what you're putting out. So be conscious of that. The energy you're in with that. And I'm definitely getting this about attracting people. This is a Seven of Swords in reverse. This in upright would be kind of that lying, cheating, stealing energy. And I feel like you're actually wanting better for yourself. And in this, I feel like there's this trust issue here. Like whether you don't trust that you can, like, I feel like there's a trust in yourself, like that you can't fully trust yourself. You're being told to trust yourself. But also I feel like it is a nervous energy on whether you can trust others and let others in because of what you've been through, and because there are still those snakes and rats lying around you. But you have everything you need with you, for sure. I feel like you shouldn't be hiding yourself away, but you may be potentially kind of trying to mask. And I feel this is where the jealousy and envy comes into this. Because I feel like there are people around you that may still be envious of you whenever you start shining a little brighter. They'll knock you down a little bit. So you'll cloak yourself. You won't show yourself wholly because you don't want to attract that energy. But that's not the way to do that, because you'll always attract that energy. Because if you try and hide from something that's sneaky, they'll find a way of sneaking in. That's how I find it. But what you're moving towards with this is the Eight of Cups. And I feel like you're ready to just let go of the emotions that you've held on all this year, all those bad, toxic, negative things. I feel like you are ready to pack up and leave. This is a really good one. I feel the movement with this card. And I feel like, again, most of your cups are full, because I feel like you have attended to the parts of you that has felt lacking. And this is sort of saying that you're now moving on to a different story. I can feel like a page turning where you're about to start a new chapter. So I'm definitely getting new beginning vibes as I'm coming to the end of this. And I feel like for you coming into 2023, Leo, is you going to come into this space of starting something new and something fresh. This could be, again, with the line that we just had before, the column, where I feel there's some kind of growth of studying or exploration. I just feel like there's new things ahead of you, but right now your focus is kind of on this gaining trust in yourself and dropping and releasing that of others. If you are in the northern hemisphere, it's coming into autumn, and this is a great time to start harvesting. We start taking the good things and the joyous and being thankful for things, and you start letting go of that doesn't belong in your harvest, right? It doesn't belong to be kept with you as we come into this new year. We're heading towards the time when all of us collectively start making New Year's resolutions on how we want to shape our year next year based on how we coped this year. This is collective energy. Those that don't believe they are spiritual and follow these kind of energies, they all start doing the same thing, right? So this is a powerful time of year to really manifest something great for yourself. So get that kind of ball rolling. Remember, you are capable of anything, and you are definitely in a positive position to start manifesting great stuff for yourself. So don't let other people ruin that for you. Thank you so much, Leo. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next month.